A truly historic event took place on January 30th, 2020, as the first all-Russian prayer marathon dedicated to the International Holocaust Remembrance Day united believers in 128 towns and cities across Russia, as well as in 3 towns in the Baltic States and Ukraine. Thus, 332 evangelical congregations of different denominations joined the marathon. In total, more than 10,000 people took part in the prayer gatherings, and over 22,000 viewers were watching the event online. 12 presenters and more than 30 volunteers made it possible for the marathon to take place. Nothing like this had ever happened in Russia before.
What is an all-Russian prayer marathon? I think, or rather, I am sure this is a church service, a service of the Evangelical Church of Russia. Today we have been witnesses of an amazing 12-hour church service, a service of reconciliation between the church and the Jewish people, a service of turning the hearts of the fathers to their children, which we read about in the book of Malachi. We have become closer to each other by sharing their plan and accepting them. This makes us one people.
The Prayer for Israel meeting in the Good News Church in Moscow began with a moment of silence. More than 250 believers from different Moscow congregations, as well as a number of guests, pastors and ministers, gathered together to commemorate the victims of the Holocaust once again.
I would like to thank all those who participate in the first All-Russian Prayer Marathon this year. We are very glad to see this happen, and we deeply appreciate it. It is important not only for the Jewish people, but also for the whole world to remember the Holocaust. Firstly, in order to commemorate those who were killed, and secondly, in order to do everything we can to prevent a similar tragedy from happening again. Thank you so much for that.
The tough task of preventing another Holocaust concerns us all. The fact that the Church is closely involved in doing this today is very important to me. As a Jew, as an Israeli, and as the director of the Jewish Agency in Russia, where we, in conjunction with the Jewish communities, do our best to bring awareness of the Holocaust, especially to the young generation. I believe this is very important, and I would like to say once again, thank you so much for this work, for who you are and what you are doing. An exhibition titled Shoah Holocaust, How Could Humans Ever Do That? Was displayed to the public during the prayer meeting. It was presented by the Holocaust Research Center. Of course, the main goal of the gathering was prayer. Prayer for the Jewish people and Israel, for peace and for those who survived the Holocaust.
On this special day, the event that has just finished here in the building of the Good News Church in Moscow has been part of the All-Russian Prayer Marathon. Prayers for God's people have been released here today. The meeting was attended by several guests of honor, including a representative of the Israeli ambassador. We were praying all together, and we thank God for allowing us to be a part of the big movement taking place in Russia today.